Oh, my goodness. The Oakland Raiders are above 500 for the first time since, oh man, it's got to be like 2011, maybe 2012, absolute latest. Another great game. They beat the New York Jets 34-20. It's their highest margin of victory so far this season. They beat the Jets by 14 points. You know, the thing is, you go into this game, you look at the statistics, the New York Jets are the best defensive unit in the team. They're allowing the least yards per game. And the Raiders dropped 450 yards on them. Derek Carr, 4 touchdown passes, well over 300 yards. Latavius Murray went over 100. Amari Cooper did not hit 100, but everybody else in the team just absolutely did their part. You had Michael Crabtree going for 100. And Andre Holmes looking really good. Derek Carr hitting a lot of receivers in this matchup. So, you know, just fundamentally, this is a great team. The team is doing a lot of very, very, very good stuff, and they just rolled. The thing about the Raiders, you saw this in the game against, I already forgot who they played, against the Chargers 2 weeks ago. You're seeing the exact same sort of blueprint for victory. I don't know how many of you are MMA fans. I mean, if you're watching this channel, for sure, obviously there's going to be a lot of crossover between, you know, football and UFC. But the Raiders are pretty much doing the whole BJ Penn shtick. You know, for those of you who are not familiar, he was a lightweight fighter who would go in there and just beat the absolute dog crap out of his opponent in the first round. You just take them out, you know, punish them, take out their legs, just pound them until they really could not fight anymore. And then for like the next 2 rounds, he just coasted. You know, they could punch him a few times, it didn't matter, he already won the fight. And that's what the Raiders are doing. They're doing it defensively and they're doing it offensively. I mean, this was a team that was up, what was it, 24-3 at halftime. I mean, they're just leading this team. They're playing incredible defensive ball. You know, I think going into the week 8, they had the second best run stop game of any team in the National Football League. I'm pretty sure by now, if they're not number 1 after this week's game, I'm not really sure what's going on with the stats department over there in the National Football League. But yeah, just so much to be happy about if you're a Raiders fan. Derek Carr coming into his own. The receiving core is just looking like studs. Charles Woodson, his 5th interception of the year. I mean, just everything about this team is looking tremendous. Now, of course, I mean, the big thing you have to worry about is, yes, the Raiders, they're not closing the gap. They're letting teams hang around. You know, the Jets scored like, what, 14, almost 20 unanswered points heading into the 3rd and 4th. But the fact of the matter is, you know, the Raiders, they've already won the game. I mean, you know, that may come back to haunt them. It does kind of scare me a bit. But, you know, it's an evidence-based strategy. Of course, I want the Raiders to be winning games 45-10, but I'll take victories in any way, shape, or form. So, all in all, I mean, the Raiders are just playing such outstanding football. Great defensively, just great across the board. They got a solid run game. They have a terrific passing game, obviously. Judging from Mr. Carr's 4 touchdowns, 338 yards. Really great running game. And we're seeing, you know, over the years, we've kind of seen, you know, the criteria you need to have to be a winning football team in the NFL. I mean, it's been very, very pass happy as of late. And, you know, pretty much every team, you know, I want to say at least 2/3 of them at least, you know, are gunslingers. They have dudes who can throw the ball and put up a lot of points. You got your Peyton Mannings, you got your Tom Brady's, you got your Aaron Rodgers, you got all these guys. But if you look at the teams who win, the teams who go on to the playoffs and win championships, your Patriots, your Seahawks, so on and so forth, the difference is they can play shutdown defense, they can keep you from running the rock, and they can run the ball. They can manage the clock, they can chew up time, and that's what the Raiders are doing. Now, at the beginning of the year, I said I thought the Raiders would go about 7-9 and, you know, not make the playoffs, but put themselves in a really good position to be a playoff contender next year. Well, you know, I don't want to, you know, shoot myself in the foot here, but the way the Raiders are playing now, they might make the playoffs this year. I mean, obviously the Broncos are like a 4-game lead in the AFC West. The Chiefs, I think, are pretty underrated. I think they might come out and actually, you know, make a late season playoff push, so it's not a given. But like I said, this is a team. that looks very, very good. It's playing well. That already beat the Jets, which is a playoff caliber team. They got Pittsburgh coming up. They've got, of course, the rest of the AFC West matchups. They've got a really bad Detroit team, a really bad Tennessee team, and 2 tough matches against the NFC Central against the Vikings and Packers. So they're 4-3. Right now, the golden target is 5 more wins. You do that, you're 9-7, your first winning record since 2002, and from there, you know what? You got the win over the Jets. Hopefully, you will have another win over the Steelers. And with all of that in mind, who knows? The playoff drought might just be over. But like I said, if you're a Raiders fan, this is really a great, great time to be a fan of the Silver and Black. One of the best seasons they've had in a decade. And you know what? It's one of those things where you watch this game, and as good as the team are, you just have to smile because they're only going to get better. So there we go, 34-20 over the Jets. Up next, Big Ben and the Steelers. Great rivalry, hoping for the best.